Hello there everybody, welcome back to another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video. Now today we're going to be talking about something very important that might be a little controversial, but I think maybe I'll convince you by the end of this video. You need to drop all of your farms, maybe, for these few characters, and why are they so important, what do they do for you, and why do you need to do it right now? Before we get too far into this, make sure you drop a like and subscribe if you have not already. We're going to be we're talking about more topics just like this in the future about Galaxy of Heroes, so if that's something interesting to you, stay tuned. But first of all, I guess let's just get into the video. Well, not first of all, let's finally get into the video. Something that's really, really important is characters that can either be their own team or create their own team. Well, not create their own team, but make an existing team much better, maybe slightly change up the team, but plug it in, completely changes it, and it's an amazing team. So those are two parts of this video. First part we're going to talk about is the solo characters. Now, why do you want to drop everything you're doing for Omicrons and Zetas and relic levels that you're really supposed to be putting on Lightspeed bundle stuff like this? Well, simply put, solo characters, especially if they have like an Omicron, get you high banners, and they're cheap counters to a lot of specifically harder teams. We take a look at my Wampa here. It's nothing crazy. My Wampa mods are actually not that good. I need to touch my Wampa mods up. But Wampa here with the Omicron is absolutely insane. Completely transforms the character. I don't have a PhD, so I'm not gonna like read this all out loud and like translate it for you. But basically, this makes Wampa super powerful. A lot of counterattack, tenacity, all that kind of stuff to make Wampa really be able to solo a lot of teams. A lot of things Wampa can do is like General Grievous, and if you mod your Wampa good enough, you can actually take out Sith Eternal teams, full Sith Eternal teams with Wampa, depending on how, you know, it's a little bit of a dicey battle, but it can be done with a Wampa here. So super important character. Wampa is needed for Jedi Knight Luke, and Jedi Knight Luke leads you to so many farms. I'm going to pop up the Lightspeed bundle farming guide real quick here. You can see that Wampa here is one of those stepping stones to the later Galactic Legend level characters in the game. You can see here Jedi Knight Luke is on our GL number 3 spot, but if you go down low to step number 11, both Jabba and Leia are there. And Jedi Knight Luke is a stepping stone to both of those Galactic Legends. Now, he's not technically required for Leia, but a lot of stuff that you need for Jedi Master Luke, or Jedi Knight Luke, is needed for Leia, so there's a lot of overlap there with those farms. So you can see that Wampa leads you to a lot of places, super important character for you to get, and that Omicron is very important. The reason I'm making this video today is because I want to give you this advice to help you perhaps quickly and efficiently maximize your roster before GAC comes back into the meta. Well, not into the meta, it's going to be 3v3 meta, so you want to come back and have your roster prepared for 3v3 GAC while you're doing this conquest stuff. And if these solo characters are not something that you have figured out yet, it's something you should think about. Now, if you bought the Lightspeed bundles, you'll know that you get, what's his name? Kylo Ren. Yeah, you get Kylo Ren here. You need him at Relic 7 for SLKR. And, well, you can't really see it because I'm covering it, but Relic 7 is needed for SLKR. And if you get the Zeta on him, he can become a solo character as well. I do not have the Zeta on him. Right now, I'm using him with Wat Tambor, and Wat Tambor is working with me. I don't really have a spot to put Wat Tambor right now on my roster, so putting Wat with Kylo Ren here works. But if you put the Zeta on him, especially if you're in like Bronzium, Carbonite, like this can become a very good solo character. A lot of things I'll use Kylo Ren for is like Old Republic sometimes. Really kind of depends on the team. Lots of lower level teams you can take out pretty easy with Kylo Ren. This video is more for beginners, so I use this a lot in Kyber now, so it just kind of depends on what teams you're going up against. But if you have a Relic 7 Kylo Ren with the Zeta, a lot of low gear teams you should be able to throw at Kylo. If you throw Kylo Ren in, get a lot of good banners with him. His AoE is very good. His basic has a healing immunity, which really helps against characters like some Old Republic stuff. I'm blanking on the name. Zalbar, I think Zalbar is the one. I don't know. There's some better counters for Old Republic out there. I remember one time I did it and it worked. So do some research on the counters. But Kylo Ren is a very cheap upgrade for you to get. right now, especially if you already have him Relic 7, to just optimize him for GAC solos. Next up, we have Vader. Now, Darth Vader is, I think, probably one of the more common things that you've heard, but Darth Vader here with the Merciless Massacre Zeta is a menace. What this does is you basically can target every single enemy on the field, and if you can ramp debuffs, you can get ability blocks on them, and blast hit using lightsaber throw to kill one of them, basically, is just super great. This is basically a hard counter to Geos pretty much every single time, so if you don't know about this, you got to get that Darth Vader Merciless Massacre Zeta ready to go. And if you get the No Escape Zeta, I believe, is it No Escape or is it his leader? No, it's Inspiring Through Fear, I'm pretty sure. One of these has something to do with, hold on, is it no, maybe it is No Escape. Yeah, it's No Escape, sorry. Vader gains 8 speed until the end of the following. If each, okay, into the end of the encounter, if each of the following, if you have Imperial allies, Sith allies, a Jedi enemy, or Rebel enemy. If you use this against, like, Mon Mothma or something like that, with full Sith and Empire behind him, super, super fast. Obviously, you want him to be good damage-wise on his mods. Obviously, speed is very important. Make sure he's getting turns in so he can recool or cool down his Merciless Massacre. But super important to be able to solo Geos, and well, you can solo Geos in the lower levels. Eventually, you're going to want to move him up to other teams like Afra and whatever, but I still use him with his own, like, ragtag Sith and Empire team. Right now, I use him with Gear 12 Royal Guard, Gear 12 Short Trooper, Grand Admiral Thrawn is pretty important for him, and sometimes you can use Dooku, sometimes you can use Tarkin. Kind of really depends on what you have on your roster, but that's a pretty great way to get some more speed to your Vader. Super important character. Now, I know he said that's kind of a solo, but he is a solo up until you get into, like, a Rhodium, late Chromium-ish area. So in that area, you're going to start throwing some more characters in there to get him faster. But he can be solo early game. And I think the last one we haven't talked about yet is Savage. Savage is amazing. Savage Omicron is missing. Where is my Savage Omicron? I probably could just go to the Sith tab, but I'm not going to do it now. There we go. Savage here, super great character with the Omicron, I should say. He's able to tank and get a lot of turn meter. He's got good damage from his basic, and he can insta-kill anyone that's under 50% less health. So if they're getting the yellow, you can insta-kill them. It's great. Savage, like, hard counters CLS most of the time. Super, super great character to Omicron, and I do not regret my investment into this character at all. If you're going for Traya as well, putting Savage on a Traya team is it's just bullying your opponent at this point. It's really just abusing your opponent. If you, especially, you get all the relic levels and datacrons and all that. So we're not going to go into all that, but you do all that with Savage. He's an amazing character. Again, hard CLS counter that people use a lot of the time. This is like a little bonus one that I'll mention is Darth Sidious. Right now, he's got an amazing datacron. If you have the datacron, get your Darth Sidious up and running. He can solo Sith Eternal. He can solo a lot. He can solo a lot of things. He can solo. I struggle to. I don't have this off the top of my head. He can probably solo the majority of teams out. I don't know if majority. He can solo a lot of teams. Let's just leave it at that, because he can solo a lot of teams. I have a Relic 5 Palpatine, and I don't have great mods on him, and I have soloed Galactic Legends with this guy before. Insane datacron. If that's endgame you, check that out if you haven't already. But that is our solo section of the video. I want to talk about characters that are going to completely transform a team. Starting off with our main man, Captain Rex. I mean, if you have the Lightspeed bundles, you should. There's no excuse to me why you don't have Captain Rex upgrade. We'll pull up the Lightspeed bundle farming guide again. Extremely important character. You can see his number 4 right after some Galactic Legends. Oh my god, Captain Rex is extremely important to get up and running. If you put one Zeta on, I would put it on Lost Commander here. I think this is the Zeta. Yeah, I think this is the Zeta. And then Suppressing Fire, and these are Omegas, and this is another Zeta. But most importantly, Lost Commander, it really is crazy. It's really crazy, especially if you get that Omicron on there. Oh my god, he's amazing. You can throw him with leftover clones. I up until this Lightspeed bundle, I had a Gear 12 Rex and a Gear 12 5s. I threw Captain Rex with them on 3v3 defense, and I got, like, on average, probably 2 or 3 holds every single match with Captain Rex with Gear 12 501st. So that's insane. And you could throw him with gas and 5v5 if you want. You can really, probably to maximize your investment, you probably want to throw him with Phoenix, but insane character. I love Captain Rex, and I could not recommend this guy more. Could not recommend getting that guy up and running more. Another character off of the top of my head that I want to talk about is Qui-Gon Jinn. Qui-Gon Jinn, oh my god, this Omicron is amazing. Basically, you get the Omicron on in the leader spot. If you have all Galactic Republic Jedi, he just feeds so much speed and offense. Look, it's like at the start of the battle, like this doesn't work against Galactic Legends. Other allies instead gain the offense equal to 30 times their speed, double while they have foresight, and they cannot be defeated while Qui-Gon is in the leader spot, so they have to kill Qui-Gon, and then he's going to be feeding them all the speed and offense. And if you put him with Anakin, Anakin can just obliterate any team. It's amazing. It's a really, really great Omicron, and even at Gear 4, Gear 5, Qui-Gon with the Omicron, still insane. You just want to make sure your Anakin's good, and I mean, you could, especially low level, but even in Kyber, still use it and still get amazing results from my Qui-Gon team pretty much every single time I use it. So super, super happy in my investment there. Another character we need to talk about, and we'll start with this one, that is really important, is Marin. This is a character I'm currently working on, so I haven't really I've never used my Marin yet. However, I do know that she was one of those transformative units that came to the game that really, really changed the faction around. And if you have the Night Sister Lightspeed bundle, there is no excuse for you not to get Marin. Honestly, if it was me, I probably would recommend getting Marin before Gas. I'm getting Gas first personally because Gas has always been a passion project farm for me, and Gas is amazing, but it's a lot of Zetas, it's a lot of work, the event's not that easy. You get Marin up and running, get a few Zetas on the DACA and all the other Night Sisters that are needed, which I'm going to personally need to research a little bit more. But getting this team up and running, I know is really annoying. It can be really annoying to do a lot of great things for you in a grand arena. So I honestly would recommend getting these teams finished up pretty early on. But if you want to do what I'm doing, get Gas, I understand that also does make sense. But she is a notable character for Lightspeed bundle buyers to upgrade. And I think the last one I really want to mention, even though there's so many more I could go into, but the last one that's really key I want to mention is Zori Bliss here. Zori is just insane. You can see Gear 9, but I got Zetas and the Omicron on, and oh my god, is she insane. She's insane. Get that Finn leadership Zeta and just throw her on defense, and whoo, it's super fun. It's super fun. I get holes with this and Kyber. Again, this is a low gear Zori. You don't even need her to be high gear. You just need her to be with a lot of other good resistance, and you just run a train over whatever team your Grand Arena opponent will throw at them. So Zori, amazing character, would highly recommend. Another little bonus one I'll throw in here is General Grievous. I mean, I don't really know if he's kind of fits in this category, but I just want to mention that you probably should upgrade your General Grievous if you bought the Lightspeed bundles, considering you have the entire probably Separatist droid team at this point, and you need General Grievous as the leader for those Separatist droids. I know in the event you use Ventress, but General Grievous is better. Now, there's so many other characters I can go into. I could go into Bosk, but I mean, that's not really like a character that lifts up the team. That's kind of the thing you build your team around. You could say that about, you know, CLS and Revan and whatever. You could say that about Chupio, but it's just kind of, I want to say the most important things to the meta right now, and the kind of things that people are upgrading for the upcoming GAC seasons. Some very important characters. Now, I know this is more of an early game kind of player video, so if you're an end game player, you probably already know all this, and you probably have all this stuff upgraded already. But this is just a video I wanted to make for the early game players watching this video. So if you found this video helpful, please let me know in the comment section down below. You really should get these guys upgraded as soon as possible. I know there was a lot in here, but getting these guys upgraded as soon as possible is going to make you maximize your teams you have available, and will make you be able to climb further and further into Grand Arena. I got from when I started making videos about Galaxy of Heroes, I just got out of Carbonite, and I have been comfortably studying in Kyber 3 for like months, like 2 months at this point. So I'm having a lot of success with this method, and I hope you try it out too. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys in the next video.